Hey everybody, JCB here with the Awesomist, and you're watching part 2 of my Awesomist anniversary travel vlog. If you haven't seen part 1 of this video series, you can watch that video by clicking somewhere on the screen. In that first installment, we left our humble town and went to Vallejo, California to visit Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, where we spent our first full day at the park. So let's jump right into day 2 at the park and day 3 of this trip. We woke up early and discovered there was another Black Bear diner close to the park and decided to try out their breakfast menu. I like their breakfast even more than their dinners, and this particular location had a really cool wooden statue of two bears riding a roller coaster out front, so that was pretty cool. Right after breakfast, we decided to head over to the park, and I kind of glanced over this last time, but Discovery Kingdom's parking system is way better than Magic Mountain's. It's away from the main gate a bit, but the shuttle bus only takes exactly 2 minutes and 30 seconds from departure to arrival. I know because I filmed the whole thing. And once again, the park wasn't really busy. I don't think I mentioned this in my last video, but we went on a Tuesday and Wednesday, figuring attendance would be lower during the week. Turns out we were right.
So this is day 3 of our vacation, and we are at day 2 of the park, and this is Seal Cove. Just enjoying the sun.
Since we didn't get a chance to ride it the day before, I was hell-bent on getting on the brand new Joker Rollercoaster, formerly known as Roar. This is another example of a Twisted Colossus type renovation of an old Woody. Rocky Mountain Construction is the coaster company responsible for both recreations, as well as a few other coasters at other theme parks. As you can see, these two coasters have a lot of common elements, but still offer very different experiences. In 2014, I had the pleasure of riding the new Texas Giant at Six Flags Over Texas, which is another of these RMC rebuilds, and features an iBox track. After about an hour of waiting, we had gotten all the way up to the top and were in the bullpen next to go on the ride, and then it broke down. But one of the employees informed us that this kind of thing happens all the time, and it's just a computer reset and it shouldn't be a big deal. Sure enough, the ride started working soon after when we finally got to experience the amazing coaster known as the Joker. The Joker is by far my favorite ride at Discovery Kingdom, hands down. Even though it shares a lot of the same elements as other RMC coasters, unlike a lot of B&M coasters that feel kinda samey, the change of configuration caused by the fact that these are retrofit onto existing wooden layouts makes each one unique in its own way. Since it was starting to get hot out, we decided to check out the Penguin ride, which is kind of a mixture of Disneyland teacups meets a water ride. Now, of course, since water was involved, I didn't want to go anywhere near this thing with my camera. Thankfully, Six Flags has this old promotional video which demonstrates pretty well what the ride's all about. In addition to being a great ride, it's also equipped with dryers. For a small fee, you can actually step inside of a booth that'll completely dry you off after the ride. It was pretty fun, and we got really freaking soaked, which is great because we were looking to get as wet as possible. Which leads me to the next ride we rode, Whitewater Safari. Just about every theme park in California has one of these rides. Knott's Berry Farm calls theirs Bigfoot Rapids. Magic Mountain calls theirs Roaring Rapids. California Adventure calls theirs Grizzly River Run. Wait, that footage is not supposed to be there. Hold on. You weren't supposed to see that. Yet. I think Whitewater Rapids might be my favorite version of this type of ride yet, simply because of how wet you get. The waterfall alone will soak you, plus bystanders can blast you with water from the sidelines for a quarter. Now fully and properly soaked, we decided to check out some more of the animal exhibits. As we made our way towards the back of the park, we noticed they had an entire row of banners advertising other Six Flags theme parks, which I thought was pretty cool. And of course my wife wanted to pose by the Magic Mountain banner, as that's our home park.
We came from Magic Mountain, wearing Magic Mountain shirts.
One of the park employees had kind of a playful back and forth with me because I was wearing a Six Flags Magic Mountain t-shirt, and I guess they're kind of friendly rivals in a way, which I thought was kind of funny. Next, we headed into the butterfly habitat, which may sound boring to some of you, but trust me, it's really cool. The place is just full of different species of butterflies, and they're all gorgeous. We were in there for about 10 minutes, and it just flew by. See what I did there? It flew by. Well, the one downside to the butterfly habitat is that it feels like it's 110 degrees. Warm weather is essential though, as cold temperatures cause the butterflies to be inactive, which would make for a pretty boring habitat. This experience was pretty amazing, and like the shark exhibit in the first video, I highly recommend you check out the butterfly habitat if you visit Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Along the back of the park is where you'll find most of the wildlife sections. Within the span of a few minutes, we saw giraffes, lions, wolves, and a handful of smaller creatures at the on-site clinic. The last animals we saw were the alligators, who were too busy blending into the surrounding grass and soaking up sun to be active. Oh, and the dolphins, who were visible via giant viewing windows in their tank. I almost forgot to mention the food. There are so many places to eat. Six Flags Discovery Kingdom has a ton of places to grab a bite to eat, and a lot of really comfortable places to sit down, relax, and enjoy your meal. The abundance of food choices was surprising, as it seems there was a new food stand around every corner. Oh, and they have kettle corn. I would love it if Six Flags Magic Mountain got a kettle corn stand. I'll have to put that in my upcoming 10 more things Six Flags Magic Mountain should do video. Speaking of spending money, Six Flags Discovery Kingdom has a lot of shopping options, including an entire clearance store where you can buy discount souvenirs. This is a great idea and something I wish more theme parks did. I mean, sure, it's the stuff the other stores couldn't sell, but if you just want something to remember the day by, you can't go wrong by buying a $1 Discovery Kingdom photo frame. I mean, that's pretty freaking cool.
That's the end of our second day here at Discovery Kingdom in beautiful Vallejo, California. This is day 2 of our visit to the park, day 3 of our actual vacation. We still got some more stuff coming up, but we're gonna go ahead home now. Or to the hotel, not home.
And with that, we said farewell to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. It was dinner time and we had an early morning drive to our next destination the following day. But I'll have to save that for part 3. After we left the park, we went in search of more local food to try and discovered Big Italian Pizzeria, where they serve gigantic slices of delicious pizza. Be sure to stop in there if you find yourself craving pizza in Vallejo. Hashtag not sponsored. So that's part 2 and the end of our trip to Discovery Kingdom. But our vacation's just getting started. There's still a few cool more places we're going to be visiting, so make sure you check out part 3. I have to say, I love Discovery Kingdom, and I definitely recommend you check it out. Sure, it's a lot more family orientated than Six Flags Magic Mountain. I mean, I didn't even mention the Looney Tune Kids section, but you'll find plenty for grown-ups to do as well. The drawback is a much smaller offering of thrill rides than Six Flags Magic Mountain, but there's still plenty of things for people to do, see, and experience. If you're craving more Six Flags content, you can check out the entire playlist of Six Flags videos I put together by clicking somewhere on the screen here. If you want to check out my other content, please do so. I'm sure you'll enjoy a lot of it. And of course, if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and you know what? I need to do something special for the end of this video. It's a shame I didn't film anything at the park. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, keep being jawsome.